Hello everyone, my name is John Marshall. This is my first class in graduate school. I completed my undergrad at Moody Bible Institute in Chicago in 2015. My major there was ministry leadership with a preaching concentration. I was called after that in 2016 to be the lead pastor of First Regular Baptist Church in Grant Park, Illinois. It's a very small church in a very small town of 1,300, and it's just east of Kankakee, Illinois. It's a wonderful little church in a wonderful little town out in the country. I'm a bivocational pastor. I also work a part-time job at Lowe's, and like I said, we're right out in the country. We've got a grain elevator right behind our house, and I live here with my wife Elizabeth, and I have two sons. Justin, who's at home, who's a sophomore in high school, and Jeremy, who's away in Michigan at college. I was ordained in July after a very long 7-month intense theological training, and I love preaching and teaching. It's what I was called to do. I love preaching the gospel. I love evangelizing. I love helping people, caring for people. I love sharing the gospel with people, and my life's purpose is to share the gospel with as many people as I possibly can. My salvation experience is pretty simple. I received Christ when I was about 13 years old. I was baptized at age 18. For a long time I wanted to do something for the Lord, but I didn't know what it was. And life kind of has a tendency to take over, and you settle in a little bit. And I had a good job, and I was raising my kids and taking care of my family, and I worked 3 jobs while my wife could stay home with the kids for a long time. And I worked in the automotive business for about 16 years. When you work in that kind of a business, you deal with a lot of very unhappy people all day long, and most of them are unhappy because things break down and they cost too much to fix. I felt a calling to do something greater, but I didn't know what the Lord was calling me to do. And then He called me to go back to school to get a Bible degree, which I did. I knew right away I wanted to preach. I love it. I never want to do anything else career-wise but preach and shepherd Jesus Church. And I thought I was done with my schooling, and then, surprise, God called again, and here I am, a graduate student at Campbellsville University. My purpose for taking this course, my emphasis is on theological studies. I'm taking this as an elective. I'm doing it to deepen my understanding of the Old Testament, which sometimes I feel is lacking. The Old Testament is such a very important part of the gospel of Christ. Everything in the Old Testament points forward to Christ, and everything in the New Testament points back at Him. It's all the gospel, and it all points to Him. From the time in Genesis 3:15 when God promised to deal a death blow to Satan in the form of Christ, it's all about man needing a Savior. And I feel it's very important that we have messengers to let man know, first of all, that he is sinful and that he does need a Savior. I really want to understand theology from a Baptist point of view. When I was at Moody, the systematic theology courses were all kinds of different presentations of theology, and I'm really interested to see it from a Baptist point of view. I really like systematic theology. Though I can't preach theology, theology is embedded in everything I preach. Why I do everything I do? Everything I do is because of Christ. I want to pick up my cross every day for Him and follow Him. I strive to be like Him in every way I can, in everything that I think and say and do, and I fail Him daily, as everyone does, but I'm a work in progress. I'm still not where I want to be, but I've come a long way from where I was, and my mission in life is to preach the gospel and to help everyone I can to make the most important decision they will ever make, which is where they will spend all of eternity. My mission is to fulfill the Great Commission. It is paramount to me because I feel the time of the return of Christ is drawing near. The time is short, so we need to redeem the time we have because the days are evil. My favorite Bible verse is John 15:13. Greater love hath no man than this, that a man may lay down his life for his friends. The greatest love that anyone can have for anyone is agape love. It's the most self-sacrificing kind of love there is. It is the essence of John 3:16, and it's the reason that Christ went to the cross for us, because he loved us with a self-sacrificing love that we all need to have. The Lord has convicted me of this many times, that I need to love more like Christ loved, and in order to walk with him and be more like him, I need to love like he loved. And I just want to thank you for listening today to my presentation, and I look forward to having class with all of you at Campbellsville University. Thank you so much. May the Lord bless you and keep you. Thanks.